Yeah, I figured something out with this combination thing here, and I'm gonna try to get a piece. I didn't realize I didn't have a piece. Well, I do have a piece, but I don't want to have to use a shield just to use the piece. So we're gonna see if I can. We're gonna see if I can get a piece here. I have to make sure I got to make sure that I've got it targeted too. We're gonna see if we can get a piece. If we can, this is gonna be interesting because I've already got 3% armor regen, and if I can get this piece, if I can get this piece, I'll have 4% armor regen. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on. Don't you do this to me.
Communication relay offline. An agent has gone offline.
Yeah, it's doing it to me again. This is the second time I've had this happen. Yeah.
An agent has disconnected.
Yeah, I'm stuck in a graphically awesome thing, yeah. I just have to wait for it to recover here for a minute after it's having a seizure here. Alright, well, I'll set the stream up while I'm waiting, because I know that it's going to be a minute. It'll recover in a second. There we go.
Cleaners have infiltrated the power plant. They triggered a lockdown. I'd rather not have their slash and burn tactics anywhere.
Alright, so this is what has to happen. Of course, I'm on an Asian server. That's probably what happened. No doubt. Just saying. Alright. So let me just do this again. Yeah.
Safe area entered.
Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna do this while I'm waiting. Alright, just give me a second here. I'm gonna start it up again. It doesn't really do... Oh, who's that? I think he's in the same clan. It doesn't typically do that. It's been a while since I've seen that happen. It does happen from time and time again, but it doesn't typically happen. So we'll do this again. I'll set this up. I'm going to watch the player count for a minute. Whoops. Let's just do that again. While I'm waiting, I'll set up this other thing too at the same time. There's only one, it's just me right now, so it's coming. Okay.
Another agent is now in your group.
So there's 2 of us now. Edit that, and we're going to do that. See what we can come up with this.
An agent is no longer in your group. Another agent has joined your group.
Two there.
An agent has left your group.
Alright, well, I'm not worried about it. Let me just fix this up real quick while I wait.
Another agent is now in your group. Another agent has joined your group.
Okay, where we at? We're at 5 of 8. This is good.
Another agent is now in your group.
Alright. Alright, I'm setting this up. Now that I've got it down, sort of set up right now. That's from last night. I'm surprised that's still there.
Communication relay offline.
Black Tusk have taken the power plant. Looks like they've triggered the lockdown protocols while they were charging their warhounds. We need to find a way to relieve the pressure and fix the reactor's cooling system.
Alright, well, we're gonna try this out.
Reactor unstable. Emergency lockdown protocols activated. 15 minutes lockdown.
Critical pressure level. To avert catastrophic system failure, system purge required.
Gotcha, buddy, gotcha. Wait. There we go.
System malfunctioning. System restored.
Alright, let's go to the reactor, guys. Get in there.
Shade tech detected.
Might as well, right there. And then we can go from the reactor right to the administration, because it's right there. It's perfect. So I'm working on a pretty unique hybrid build. I don't know if it's going to work. So far it seems to be pretty good.
Rogue striker drone detected. Hostile striker drone detected. Rogue incinerator turret detected. Hostile incinerator turret detected. Rogue sniper turret detected. Hostile sniper turret detected.
Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no.
High-risk target approaching.
This is a pretty strong armor regen build that I have. Plus I have really good heals on top of that, so.
Area secure.
You've seen that I could just stand there and take it, right? Even two of them were attacking me at the same time and I was still taking it pretty good. So yeah. And just imagine I'm after one piece of gear that can make a big difference. If I get the right piece, that is. And my gear is full. Are you son of a bitch? I forgot to put stuff away. Okay, that's okay, that's okay. I'm gonna have to leave it open. I'm only gonna collect that piece
You're
that I
closing in
need.
on the target.
Why are we at the VIP? I think I went the wrong way.
10 minutes to lockdown. Evacuate.
So anyways, this is a really strong armor regen. It's only going to get stronger if I can get this piece that I need. It's got to have something decent on it though. Otherwise it's going to be useless. And I've really got to put stuff away so I can have some room to do this. This is an armor regen build with excellent heals. I'm also healing my teammates too. This is what I like to call a combat medic. A true combat medic. One that can dish out some DPS and also heal like a motherfucker.
Hostile detected. High value target neutralized. Incoming. High risk hostile.
Oh, get out of here. Get. Here we go.
Area secure.
You can head over to the cooling tower.
Thank you. Okay, so I need to make sure that I didn't miss a piece. Nope. Alright, let me just... Okay, I need to further increase that. I just need to make sure that I have a piece here. Let me just look real quick. Okay, so that's not what I need. On top of this, if it has a good roll, then I can easily just put a talent on it without much of a worry. If it doesn't, then I don't know. I'm gonna have to just keep looking until I get one. What do you mean, did I sleep? Yeah, of course I did. I told you. I wanted that ninja backpack bike, the backpack. So yesterday, and a part of the night before that, when I went off to just chill, I actually went back into the game and I grinded some more levels. And then the next day, I grinded half the day until I got that fucking backpack.
Well, that worked-ish. Now that the pressure is stabilized...
If I can get the right piece here, I can have a very, very... I mean, it's already pretty good. Especially with my heals. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I already had it. Okay, I don't think we can get that one, because it's not budging on the damage. Try this one, yeah, this is the one we need to get. Come on.
Vent the remaining steam, and you'll be good to go.
Bitch, that was mine. I turned around and shot him in the face. I mean, I didn't hurt him or anything, but like, bitch, get off my fucking thing. I'm right there to friggin' vent. Oh, Jesus. I gotta get out of here. Somebody somebody turned the pipe before we could regenerate our health. Like underneath our armor. So I gotta just step out for a second. That's funny though. Bitch, get off my objective.
Vent the steam and you're good to go.
Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Heal, 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 heal. There we go.
Agent down.
I know when to back out of here.
Pressure limit exceeded. Current system to stabilize the pressure.
Step into my heels and you'll be fine. Okay, just run away from my heels. Cool.
Pressure is stabilized. We need to shut off that steam.
Here. Trust me, my heels are good.
An agent needs assistance. Immediate medical assistance needed.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh my god. Talk about luck. Whew. One more little tap and I would have dropped.
You need to vent the remaining steam and you'll be good to go.
High-risk target approaching.
Oh, you're gonna have to go vent the steam? No?
Cooling system stabilized.
There we go, we're good. Alright, healing time. Come on.
Detected. Hostile restore hive.
Step into my heel. Stop running away from my heels. Can't be a combat medic if you're being a little pussy and running away. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We got a minute and 25. I'm just looking for a chest piece. Well, okay, yes, I can tell you exactly what you should do. Because I've been getting pretty good at this, right? You've noticed this in a lot of my builds that I do this. It's like a template, basically, that I use. So, what I do, if you can try to do this. Now, I'm assuming, it depends on what you want to run. So, are you going to use yellow pieces to create your sniper build? Or are you going to use the hotshot thing? Or are you going to mix it? Depends, right? It all depends on how you do this. Because it will ultimately, because the green pieces, as you know, the green pieces are limited to what they can do, right? I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so you know that the yellow pieces have 2 attributes, right? But the green ones only have 1 attribute, so that's very important when you're building, that you keep that in mind. If you're okay, so you're going to use those pieces. Okay, so I'm assuming you're using yellow pieces, right? That are going to be red. So what you want to do is make sure that, since you're using a sniper build, I'm assuming you're going to go headshot damage. So for your second attribute, I would highly recommend you go with repair skills, and then you could do whatever you want after that. So I built most of my builds. I try to, if I'm using if I'm using an exotic piece, obviously, you know, there's certain pieces that already have it on it, but I usually go with
Get on that helo. We've got hunters incoming.
Repair skills on all of my stuff. And if you have room to put incoming on, go ahead. Incoming helps you out. So if you're not going to be in a team and it's just going to be you, because that's what I do. That's how my heals are so crazy on my builds sometimes. That's all I do. I just stack up on repair skills on everything. I just make sure that my main attribute that I want to have on there, which in this case is headshot damage, is there first. And then my secondary is going to be repair skills. And if I have room to squeeze in some incoming, I will. But not a big deal if I don't. But see, if I'm in a team, it's really going to help me and them if I have repair skills. Incoming's just you. I don't know about you, but I'm a team player. When I'm with the team, I want to, if I'm going to heal, let's do both, right? I don't know where he just went. I think he just ran away. Come on, buddy. You gotta stop getting in the way. Why did you run away from my heels, dumbass? Yeah, you're gonna crawl over to me. Come on, get your heals, come on. Watch your back, watch your back.
Helo is ready when you are. Shoot a flare to signal Taurus.
System restored.
Helo inbound to your location. Hold tight.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Trust me, my heals are good. Don't let them heal, don't let them heal. No, don't let these guys get behind us. Oh, I just got out in the nick of time. I had multiple guys attacking me.
Working together like that, and we may actually.
I had multiple guys attacking me at the same time. And I was only a skill tier 2. Sometimes it takes skill tier 5 and 6 to get those kind of heals. Not with this. Okay, so I don't think I got what I needed, but I need to put stuff away so I have room. Because that's what I need. Because I need that piece. So we need to get rid of some stuff. Get rid of that. I don't even care if it's perfect or not. It's garbage. I finally got that pistol I was after. Finally got it. Only took 10 years in the making. I'm not using it though, I'm still using my thing. So, where is it? Actually, no. I have 2 rules there. So normally, like I said, normally I run with, like I got 2 repair skills and an incoming on that piece. Which gives my heals. It gives me 115,000. But it gives my allies 576,000. When I dropped that, it healed that. Well, you saw the guy. He was almost dead, and I brought him back to full armor in one drop. That's why they were running to my heals. Some of them were running to my heals because they saw how good they were. So they're like, "Oh, geez, get in there." Yeah, that's some good heals. But there's a piece that I'm missing that will complete this, and I'm going to tell you this before I get the piece. That right now, I currently have over 3%. I have over 3% armor regen. If I get the piece that I need, it's going to put me over 4.5% armor regen per second without heals, without a momentum backpack. Okay, I need that one piece to complete this this thing I'm doing. And it still puts out decent amounts of damage because I threw headshot damage in there. And I'm really good at getting headshots, so that's why I'm running it this way. Like I said, I love crit hit chance and damage, but I will take headshot damage. Yeah, I have an Emperor's. Yeah, I have the Emperor's on, look. But look at, I switched my Emperor's up. I made my Emperor's red, and it's got double armor regen on it. Plus, I've got 20% repair skills from that. Skill duration, I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess. But actually, the skill duration does matter. Let me explain this to you. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying there. Okay, so duration helps. See how the cloud duration is 7.1 seconds? If you can get duration on your stuff, it will increase that time, which means that cloud will stay around longer. Whether it's yes, exactly. It will stay around longer. I've had my cloud up to like 16 seconds. Like I had this one build. This was without the ninja backpack. This was quite a long time ago. I had mine up to like 16 seconds, I think I had it up to at one point. And I was using the oxidizer. So imagine that cloud sticking around that long. Like, that's not good for whoever's in the area. That's bad for them. But yeah, the duration is great for that kind of stuff. But 7 seconds is fine for me, right? That's fine, because I get the stuff back decently fast. And considering I'm only a skill tier 2, which I'm getting from here and here. I've got 1.5 million armor. When the time comes, that's what I mean, right? You don't have to have it doesn't have to be crazy long, because sometimes, like, if you want the duration, you're going to have to sacrifice other things, right? So when you want to increase the duration of the cloud, either whether it be heal or oxidizer, because it works on both, then you're probably going to have to sacrifice something you didn't want to sacrifice. And why is my guy doing that? I just noticed he's getting like a little aura that keeps shooting around me. It might do it again. Let me see. I'm just going to wait a second to see if it does it again. Maybe it is. I don't know. We talk. You haven't met any East Coast guys yet, have you? And I mean like true East Coast guys, like AKA Nova Scotia, PEI, down that way. You want to talk about pronouncing? Oh my God! When I was down in PEI, because there's a lot of Scottish there, and it's really hard sometimes to understand Scottish people when they have a really hard accent. Like, this one guy started talking to me. I didn't even know who he was. And he's just like, I'm like, what? Slow down. I don't know what he said. Like, he said so many words so quick, and I was like, what? But it's the way they talk, right? Brutal, brutal. But it was like faster and harder to understand. I was like, yeah. Could you slow that down for like, maybe put that on playback on 1.5, or maybe, no, sorry, 0.75 times, so I can understand what you just said? And he kept calling me lad. I was like, okay. Sure, we'll just agree with whatever he said. Hopefully he didn't just say he wanted to kill me, because I just said yes. Oh yeah, I gotta put some stuff away here real quick. But yeah, I didn't want to come back, actually. When I went to the East Coast, I wanted to stay there. The food was so good. The people were so nice and different. So different than where I am from. Like, where I'm from. I'm from Ontario, right? So once you leave Ontario and you cross that border into I think it's Quebec, or sorry, it's just, yeah, it's like Quebec City type thing in that area, and you start heading towards New Brunswick, things change. First of all, the speed limit goes up by quite a bit. I was really confused when I saw a speed limit of 130 kilometers an hour, because I'm used to seeing 100, right? On our major highways, it's 100. So when you get past a certain point, it's 130. So I'm getting passed by transports, and that's not normal for me, because that just doesn't happen. They've got limiters on their trucks. But when you get out east far enough, they don't, and the trucks are a lot faster. So seeing a transport doing 150, and it's crazy. Yeah, well, this is before Nova Scotia. Once you get into that area, it's all the same speeds. Like, it stays that way. once you get past a certain point. I think it's just before. It might actually be just at just as you cross into New Brunswick. It gets to be 130, not miles per hour, kilometers. It's still quite fast, put it that way, even if you converted it to miles. I think it's like 100, 110. I think it is. I could be wrong on that. I haven't really sat here and thought about that for a minute, but it's pretty fast. So I'm not used to that, right? Because I'm from Ontario, and we do about, like, the speed limit, the maximum is supposed to be 100. Nobody ever obeys it. But there's a little rule that if you go 20 over, they don't typically piss around with you. But if you do even one more over that 20, they will come after your ass. I learned this from a cop. It's funny. He's like, if you do 120, he said, for the most part, we won't bother you. He said, but if you do 121, 122 and above, he's like, we'll pull you over. I was like, oh, good to know. So now I know what the minimum is. Or sorry, I know what I can do max before they'll do anything. He's like, now don't get me wrong. He's like, there is some, if they're having a bad day and you're doing 120, they can still pull you over. If they're having a bad day, they probably will. But they don't typically. I've had a radar pointed right at me when I was doing 120 exactly, and they never pulled me over. So, and then I've done that multiple times. It's just going to take one of those days where somebody's in a bad mood for that to happen. Oh, look at this guy with a big shield. Wait. Is that one shield or is that two? Or is that the big shield? Yeah, no, I don't think that'd be a good. The next thing you know, you get tasered for no reason. And then you see it in the news: man gets tasered for asking an officer if he has having a bad day. Investigation into that is going to be happening. Okay, let's go back in there and try that again. I need that piece. I need to complete this. Yeah. Next thing you know, you're twitching on the ground because you got tasered. Or shot. I don't know. I think with everything that's happened, COVID, lockdowns, people have changed. Especially cops. It doesn't seem to matter, though. I think a lot of people, when they get pulled over now, they're scared because of what's happened, right? People are just different. Like, they're not like they used to be. People have lost their marbles. When we were locked down for 2 years, I mean, I don't like to toot my own horn, but I am very, very, very strong-minded, so it didn't get to me like it did to some. Some people went loopy because they were being locked down, and you know what I mean? Mentally, I am strong that way. I can adapt and I can put up with it as long as it needs to happen. I can deal with that. But there's a lot of people out there that cannot deal with that very well when they're locked up like that.
Another agent is now in your group.
When they locked us down for almost 2 years, I said, you know what? I got video games. I got streams. I can do this. I can keep myself busy. There's always something I can figure out to do to keep my mind off of what's going on. That's how you stay strong mentally. You keep your mind off of what's going on. You know it's there, but you keep it out of your mind. Like with this COVID stuff, the way I trained myself was just like it rains. It can't rain forever. COVID can't last forever. It's got to go away sometime. Eventually it will. Because if you keep yourself in that worry and sense all the time, you're just going to cause yourself problems. And you're mentally going to be unstable after a while. And I've seen it happen. We have neighbors that have just, I don't know, they're on medication now because they've just lost their shit. Just they couldn't take it.
Black Tusk have taken the power plant.
There's a lot of people out there that just, everybody changed. Not everybody, but I mean a lot of people changed. Some people are more aggressive now when stuff happens. Like things you would normally say to somebody, you can't say that to them anymore. Because they'll just snap. And it can be something really stupid. Status effects increased, which means now they can be...
An agent has left your group.
Why are people such pussies? Let's go. Come on, let's get this guy. Yeah, I know he's out there. He's just waiting for me to go out. Where is he?
An agent is no longer in your group.
Okay, maybe he's not. Where is he? Oh no, it's bugged. Unfortunately, it's gonna fix itself, and I'm gonna be by myself, and I'm probably gonna die the minute it does fix itself. It's bugged. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
An agent has left your group.
No, it will fix itself, but sometimes it takes 2 minutes or so, and it's not worth waiting. But that's the second time. That's actually the second time today since I've been streaming, which has been how long now? 44 minutes. So 44 minutes I've had this happen twice now. Where it's, the mission has been bugged. No, is that 2 or is that 3 times? Wait a minute, hold on. Let me think. I think it's the 3rd time, actually. 3 times, I think, in an hour. Not even an hour. Yeah, I'm staying away from the summit because I've noticed that too. Yeah. Is it because, you know, it could be because there's a lot of people
Another agent has joined.
playing again. Because I mean, the Dark Zone, I don't know, yeah, you probably watched my stream last night of me getting my ass handed to me in the Dark Zone. But yeah, I wasn't fucking happy about that, put it that way. But it was busy. It was busy. Every Dark Zone was busy last night. And it's more people than I've ever seen in the Dark Zone in a while. We had 2 groups of people working together though, versus me and the other guy that was playing with me. So I'd come out of the thing and start playing around with 2 of them. I'd be fighting 2 of them at the same time, screwing around with them, and then somebody would come up behind me and shoot me in the back. Which was the second group of people that were working, like they had 2 groups working together. So what they did, okay, so this is funny. So what they did is they had 2 groups of people working together, and the one group would pretend that they're fighting the other group. They sort of would fight each other, and then as soon as we would come out to help them out and fight, they would turn on us. As soon as we got ahead of them, they would turn and they'd go rogue, and they would not attack the other guys anymore. So we figured that out pretty quick, that they were working together, 2 groups. Just like they did back in the Division 1. It was really, really annoying when people did that, when they multi-grouped. They still do that. And then they transferred out. As we were about to kill them, we actually got them. We almost had them dead. Like a couple more bullets and we would have dropped them. But all of a sudden they disappeared. And they were gone. And then the weird part is they came back a couple minutes later. And shot us in the back again. But what was really, really, really weird last night, and I don't know if it was because of lag or what it was, but there was one guy who had no hazard protection on at all, and he wasn't taking any damage. He wasn't using a shield. He wasn't doing any of that crap. He just wasn't taking any damage from either me or the other guy, and we weren't using the same builds. We were using totally opposite. He was using a DPS, and I was using a status effect build, and this guy had no hazard. No. He wasn't using a hive. He had no hive on him. He just wasn't taking damage at all. Only gun damage was he taking. He wasn't taking any status effect damage. He had nothing. I looked at his build. Like I inspected him. He had no hazard. Sorry, he had 10% hazard because everybody has hazard when they're over shade level 1000. But that's not enough to stop what I was using, right? 10% is not going to save your ass. So I was scratching my head. Something's going on, put it that way. I don't know what it is, but maybe the patch that they just introduced, the 17.1, maybe it broke something else. It's possible. I mean, it's not like it'd be the first time that would ever happen. Look what happened when they broke the game before, when that invisibility glitch appeared after they did something. Like, it's not impossible for things to do that. It's actually quite common. So me and him were both like, what's going on? We can't kill this guy. Like, we can't even damage this guy, and he's got no hazard on. He's not using adrenaline rush, because I know that's the next thing people are gonna say. No, not even that. Because oh shit, I forgot there was a hunter there. I don't know why I did, but I did. Ah. Why'd you run away from my heels? So I don't know. I got it on video, so I was streaming when this happened, so I can go back and look at it again. Okay, let's go. Who just bumped me out of the way? I'm gonna punch him in the face. Oh. How did he just get taken out in one hit? The hunter wasn't even he's dead. Oh, he's not happy. Oh, you're not healing, bitch. That's one thing people don't understand about hunters. When they go to heal, you gotta run at them and punch them. Even if they punch back, you still gotta run and punch them. Right. I see so many people trying to shoot them when they're trying to heal, and they'll just ignore your shooting. They'll just heal anyways. You gotta really run up and punch them. That makes them stop. Or throw a grenade. If you're able to time a grenade, they'll stop healing themselves as well. Jam Repulse might also pull them off it too. I don't know. I haven't tried that one. Is that your best? Bitch, lay down. Oh, somebody's behind me. Let's go. Hooah. So I'm not worried because I'm healing them.
Target detected. 10 minutes to lock down. Evacuate the facility. Rogue defender drone. Target neutralized. High-risk target detected.
So it's a nice little combat medic build. I like it. It's really nice. Over this way. He's right there. I see him. He's not going to live long enough for me to get over there. There we go.
Secure.
I think I got a chest piece, but I don't know what's on it. Skilled. Eh. This is going to take me a while. I got to get the roll I want. I mean, I have a piece, but I don't want to have to use it just to do that. Although I could actually use it, because I don't know. It might just be conflict. It might just be countdown that works for, though. Oh, I went the wrong way. Ah. Alright, these guys are already over here pounding it. That guy's down again. I'm coming, I'm coming. There's a real heal, buddy. Not what you're using. Let's get these servers destroyed first.
Data transfer halted. High-risk target approaching. Area secure.
Agent, you should be able to access the turbine now.
Do 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 do. Get out of there. Let's get our butt over there.
Evacuate the facility. 5 minutes to lockdown.
Electrical grid in danger of failure.
Agent, you've reached the turbine. I need you to fix the power grid. You're in. We need to switch the power over to the new grid.
Oh yeah, this one's fun. We need to really move our...
Fault detected with transformer. Safety protocols activated.
This is very
We're gonna
possible to
need to
finish
expose
this,
the
but they gotta...
transformers and remove any busted fuses.
Power surge imminent. Follow emergency procedures to protect against accidental electrocution.
What the hell was that? I think the floor is electrified. Watch your step, Agent.
Redirect excessive power to stabilize power distribution.
High-risk target detected.
Ooh. Wait, why am I out of ammo? I just refilled it. You're welcome. Well, let's get to the objectives here. Let's get it going.
High-risk
Let's go to the next one.
approaching.
Looks good. Now you just need to switch over
Step
to
into
the
my
new
heels
grid.
and stop avoiding
This
them.
may take a while.
It'll heal you a lot better if you do that. We need to get up there and restore that quick. Hey, we're almost on the new grid.
Power grid stable.
There we go, perfect.
Great work, Agent. The power plant is stable. Now get the hell out of there. When you're ready, send up a flare so Torres can pick you up.
Let me just check and make sure that we have...
Get on that helo. You've got hunters incoming.
now the hard part is getting what I need. There's something up there. I gotta deconstruct it.
Agent down.
Don't let him die.
System disrupted. System restored.
Whoa. I'm trying to see what's in this pile of gear here. There's a Gilligard piece that I need.
System curtailed.
When you're ready to come home, shoot off a flare.
System back online.
Torres is on her way.
There's one behind us.
System malfunctioning. An agent needs assistance. System reactivated.
Come on, shoot him. Perfect.
Let's get you home.
That's perfect. I can do something with that.
Agent down. Get out of there.
System confirmed. The agent is no longer in your group.
Location is compromised.
Well, I kept most of the people alive.
Agent deceased.
I'm busy. Alright.
Safe area entered.
I don't think I have that on. Just give me a second here. I forgot to put this on. That will make a big difference. Okay, now I did get a piece. I don't know whether it's gonna... I didn't really look at it. I didn't really have much time to look at it. I just saw that it had a talent on it. It's not really the greatest roll, unfortunately. But now I can roll something on that. What does it have on it? I'll get rid of the explosive resistance. It's not the greatest roll in the world, but for now I'll just deal with it so that I can have what I need for now. And then I'll deal with it after. Well, now let's see. It should be decent now. And I've got a decent talent on it now. It's not bad actually, considering what I'm wearing. It's still doing decent damage. It's the healing that I was after. I like that.
Request.
So now I have over 4% armor regen. Plus I have pretty good heals. Yeah. Also, if you're using Technician and you need the extra heals, don't forget that most people go for skill damage right here. Let me just do this. You can respect one element if you need to. So most people go with skill damage, but if you go here, which I do when I want to do this, that helps. That gives you more heals. And I confirmed this quite a while back. When I took it off and I put this on, the skill damage, I'll show you. I only do 109,000 repair over time, but as soon as I switch that up, and I go to skill healing, I now do 115,000. It's not humongous, but it definitely gives you a better heal. And it definitely improves things. I'd rather have that extra than not have it at all. Like every little bit counts. So if you can get an extra little bit of healing, then by all means use it. That's what it's there for. And to answer that question I wasn't even really looking at before is yes, maybe you're right. Maybe he was on a different server that was like the Summit servers or something. I don't know, but that guy was not taking any damage. It was almost like the invisibility glitch all over again, except I could see him. So I don't know what was going on. I did get it on stream, so we're good. That's the beautiful thing about streaming, is if something wonky happens like this, you can catch it live. You can catch it on your stream. Boom, it's getting recorded. And then you just go back later and go, okay, so what was going on? Let's go look. Then you can send it to Ubisoft and say, hey guys, I think you broke something. Because, well, look at this. Check this out. What did you break that this happened? Okay, so I'm going to go to the summit. I don't really want to go to the summit, but I'm going to go to the summit. Because I really want to test this in a non-buffed area. Right? Because when you're in Countdown, you're not always getting good buffs. Sometimes it's all about skills, like, you know, skill cooldowns and status effects increase. And I've seen it where it's all skills. Oh no. That's just something that somebody sent me. Whether they're yellow, red, purple, when it's on legendary, it doesn't matter what color the NPC is coming at you.
Rogue agent detected.
It doesn't matter. They all hit the same. So red like the NPCs that come out that are red, that are not gold, that are red, they can hit just as hard as the gold. Purple ones come out, they can hit just as hard as the gold. I was actually thoroughly testing this not long ago. So especially the shotgunners, if a gold shotgunner comes out, they're going to hit pretty good. If a purple one comes out, it's going to hit just as hard as that gold did. And if a red one comes out, they can hit just as hard as that gold one does as well. I've already figured this part out. Like a long time ago. I was watching the damage numbers. This might be interesting, because I have never tried this in this kind of a situation. So we'll see. Look at that heal.
Serious trauma detected.
No, don't let him get behind you. Not for long, it won't be. Your bleed's not gonna help you, buddy. Wait, what? Get the fuck out of here with that. Is he healing himself, you motherfucker?
Medical assistance needed.
Fucking healing yourself, you little bastard.
Rogue assault turret detected. Hostile assault turret detected. Rogue stinger hive detected.
Motherfucker.
Hostile stinger hive detected. Rogue Mender Seeker mine detected. Hostile Mender Seeker mine detected.
Oh shit.
Vital signs critical. System disrupted. System reactivated.
There we go. They're trying to box me in here. Bitch. One down. Alright. Fucking healing. You're not healing. At least you get a good heal. That's a heal, buddy. Not what you had. Bum. Here, let me go get my heal. Now it's not gonna be fair. He's almost dead, so we'll get rid of him.
Hostile Mender Seeker mine detected. Rogue Stinger hive detected. Hostile Stinger hive detected.
Nice try, you little dirty bitch. Get the fuck out of here,
Rogue agent eliminated.
pussy. Yeah, my heals are better. Sorry, Mr. Rogue Agents on Legendary. Your build, your heals are just not good enough. A couple times I saved myself from death. So I know my heals are good. I know my armor regen's pretty good. It's 4%. Actually, it's a little bit over 4%. And this is just a hybrid build. This is his hybrid build. Double armor regen there. 2 pieces gives you armor regen there. Armor on kill and armor regen. If I really want to be a dick, I could probably throw out the shock trap and use my little trick there. 2 pieces of this plus that equals that. Now you have armor regen again. So 1, 2, 3, 4%. Plus I have armor regen on some of my stuff, so it's a little bit over 4%. That's just my armor regen. Then my heals. My heals are really good. So yeah, this is a pretty decent, just pretty decent actually. Depends on your talent, right? I was kind of hoping that if I was going to do that, I was hoping that I could get Obliterate on my chest piece that was Gilligard. That would have been better for me, I think. As opposed to Spotter, which I got on this. So, like, Spotter works for my Kingbreaker, but then when I switch to my SMG, I'm not really using Spotter because I don't have a mark. I mean, I could switch my attachments and make it so that I have that on there. So even though it's not, it's going to activate anyways. And I should actually do that. If I'm going to run Spotter on that chest piece the way it is, then what I'm going to do is on my SMG, I'm just going to put the Technician's Link, because I don't have that on right now for that weapon, because I wasn't using Spotter, so I only have it on my Kingbreaker because I want to activate the 20% damage to pulse enemies with the Kingbreaker, right, with Perfect Flatline. But since I'm using Spotter, then yeah. Anyways, yeah, so even though I don't have like Flatline on my SMG, I'm not going to be able to trigger Spotter on my SMG unless I put that laser marker on there, the laser pointer. So I might as well take advantage of it. Why not? At least I'll activate Spotter, you know, even if I don't have that talent on it. It's kind of like a double whammy, really, because I have Optimist on my Vector. So if I put that thing on my SMG, it's actually going to be 2 for the price of 1, right? Because I have Optimist on this, and I don't have the tack on there, but I can put it on. So now I'll be able to activate Spotter from my chest piece when I'm on this weapon right here, as well as Optimist at the same time. It's basically like utilizing 2 talents with both guns simultaneously, which is nice. Which makes up for the fact that I'm running 4.5% armor regen. I think it's roughly about 4.5 without the Memento backpack. Oh, I forgot to give myself some ammo before I attack this. Alright, where is the ammo? It's back here. Not a big deal. So I'm having a lot of fun right now. I mean, it's not perfect. It's good for it. So the Ninja backpack, everybody's getting all pissy about it, and some of these big creators are getting all like, oh, it's not that great. It depends on how you look at it. if you're looking to make a hybrid build, it's great. It's actually great because you can add things to your build that you couldn't do before because you would have needed more pieces to do it. Now, if you're talking about like gear sets, okay, it works good with gear sets too, but sometimes the backpack talent on the gear sets is better than the ninja backpack, right? So, I mean, in those cases, yeah, sure. And not just that, but you get more brand bonuses when you do it with the yellow pieces as opposed to green. You get way more bonuses, and I forgot to give myself ammo, didn't I? Or did I? No, I gave myself ammo. Now, I was working on a hybrid system corruption build with some yellows. Just enough to get that 40% disrupt resistance. And I actually it's kind of nice actually. Because it also gave me 40% pulse resistance. On top of my 50 that I get from my specialization, which gives me 90 right off the get-go. Gotta destroy the EMP.
System malfunctioning. System back online.
Shoot him, damn it!
System restored.
Oh shit. Oh, he's trying to shoot at me. Love it. I love it. Look at how quick I regen my armor back. This is without heals. Oh,
Agent deceased.
I didn't drop it. I didn't drop it in time. I should have dropped it and then did that. My bad. I screwed that up. But still, you can't beat that for armor regen. That's ridiculous. I mean, I could. I could show you. I could show you an easier way to cheese this shit. Because I'm running armor on kill. Which one do I want to do? This one? Alright. Let's cheese these guys. Okay, watch this. Ready? This is the funny part coming up. Hang on, hang on. Thank you for the heals. I'm just healing so fast. Bring it on. Ooh. Look at that heal. Look at that heal. Certain death was coming. Where's your little box? It still works. I just want to see where his box is. Your little box is in here somewhere. Ah, there it is. No more box. No more heals. Bitch. Okay, so there's an operator right over there. It's a robot. Bitch. I like it. Gonna work on the chest piece some more, but yeah, I like it. I might see if I can get, like I said, I'm gonna see if I can get a Gilligard on the chest. Like on the chest piece, I want to get a obliterate instead. I think that would be it would amplify my damage even better. Oop. Oh, we got something. It looks like we got something on the clan. Hybrid builds are nice. There's so many different hybrid builds. There's another one that I was looking at too earlier. I was playing around with other pieces. probably be able to have massive amounts of headshot damage without using hotshot.
Agent in need of backup.
What was the other one I was using? So that's what I'm using right now. I rolled my my core. I rolled it to red for my Emperor's Guard, and it's actually working out pretty nicely. I have 1.6 million armor. I don't need a shield. I have about 4.5% armor regen. Yeah. Great heals. I'm happy with it. I'm impressed, actually. It has survivability, which in my opinion, survivability versus DPS, I don't know, I'll take survivability every day. It doesn't have massive amounts of DPS, but it can still put out decent amount. It's not exactly weakened by the armory gen. I just want to switch up the talent on that piece, so I'm going to have to go farm the crap out of that piece to see if I can get a piece. Or I can use this again, but try to get a better roll. I am going to get rid of some of this stuff though that I acquired. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's actually a pretty decent piece. Actually, you know what? That gives me an idea. Nice, okay. Yeah, okay, good. Alright, so, let me try this out. So finally, after 3 weeks of being sick, I can go to work today, later on. Alright, let me try this out. No, I like the other way better. Where is it? Oh yeah, way more damage. I'm on the right track. I just need the right thing to set this up. I mean, I can make a build that has, you know, where like every one of my shots is like almost 1 million or more. I can make that build, but survivability is 5%, if that. Survivability on this build is like 95%. It still puts out a good amount of DPS. It's not like super weakened by the fact that I've done what I've done. Like I've got 1.6 million armor, and I bet you if I ran into that dark zone, I bet you I could smoke somebody pretty easily. Because I'm running regular spotter on that chest piece, and I've got my Kingbreaker, which has perfect flatline. So that's 35% damage right there by itself. Plus I'm running headshot damage all over the place. Basically if I point my gun between their beady eyes, they're gonna die quick. All this damage is gonna just amplify. And I've got 4.5% armor regen on top of that, with good heals. I can keep me and the team alive. Easily. So, as far as hybrid builds go, yes, this backpack is wonderful. Overall, the Memento's still my go-to. If I want to increase damages and stuff. Because even with the Memento backpack, I mean, you can stack two that way as well. I've done it that way, but you have to get stacks, right? I can't remember what I got my thing before in there, but you can't do this. You can get probably like a little bit higher for armor regen there, but you're gonna need more pieces for that to happen. That's where this thing shines, is it gives you one less piece that you need to have. That's why it's decent. Now, this is not new. The fact that this has 3 cores on it. If anybody remembers the original Ninja backpack, it had 3 cores on it already in the first edition. It's just they didn't work the same. It was firearms, stamina, and skill power. But it had all 3. It had all 3 there too. It's just this time things work differently. These are cores now. They don't work the same. And I remember them explaining this too. Skill power and skill tiers are not the same. Obviously. Now, which one do I think would be more powerful? I still think the old system would be more powerful than this one. The firearm, stamina, skill power. I think the skill power is better because skill power did different things versus what this does. And I find that oops. I find that the skill power definitely did more for you than the skill tiers do. Because I used to play as a skill build before they switched it, because they did actually have skill power in this game. And they turned it into the skill tier. Originally, way back when this game was more fresher, they did, for a short period of time, have it was labeled as skill power. I remember that. And I'm telling you right now, I prefer the skill power versus the skill tiers. Because that's when you saw the difference between skill builds. When somebody used a weak-ass skill power build versus somebody that had a really high-end skill power build, there was a big difference in damage. Like a big difference. If I had like a 10k skill power build versus a 6-tier skill build, I still think the skill power one's going to kill it. They're not even going to be on the same level. And I think that's why they went to skill tiers instead, because it was easier for them to calculate the way they wanted to do it. I like the way they did the old system. I really do. I like the way stamina worked, because armor actually mattered. It doesn't really matter. Like, I have 1.6 million armor, but I can be melted just like, boom. In the old way, if you didn't have the right things clicking, you couldn't hurt me. You could try, but you wouldn't. Right? Same thing with skill power. If you didn't have good skill power, you could just sit there and laugh at somebody. right? I used to use Predator's Mark, so I used to have fun with destroying people all the time because I maxed my stamina out so that I could get the extra buff that Predator's Mark gave, which was, yeah, exactly. Now, I honestly think that they went with the way they did the cores now, the weapon core, the armor core, the skill tiers, skill, whatever you want to call it, skill core. I think they honestly went with that system because it was easier for them to make everybody similar. Because I've seen people in the Dark Zone have one skill tier, and I've seen them kill people with one skill tier versus a 6 skill tier. I've seen it. In the old way, if that one skill tier would basically be like maybe 1,000 skill power, maybe, if that, probably not. And my 6 skill tier would be like 10k. The difference would be dramatically crazy. It'd be so high. I would just demolish that person like so quick. I liked that way because it was on a more fair ground. That way people couldn't cheese people with a low skill power versus a high. Same thing with the stamina thing, right? It actually mattered. But I honestly think they did this like how do you say it, a user-friendly thing, so that people wouldn't whine about it. And I say this in a nice way. People wouldn't whine about the fact that they were getting destroyed, you know? Because the 6 skill tiers, I still don't think they're as powerful as, like I said, as a 10 to 10k skill power guy. I just know it. I remember melting people so fast. And this one, it's like, okay, I hit him. He just healed himself. Like, barely did anything to him. And I'm just, like, I've got so much skill damage, it's not funny, but yet, he survived. If you give that stuff to me back in the other one, and I did the same thing to him, he's dead. Without a question, he's dead. So yeah, they definitely did that to... They didn't want to create a problem, I think. They didn't want people to cry about it. You know, oh, you just got owned by this guy. Yeah. People still do. About certain things, like fire, for example. It all comes down to this, though. If somebody's setting you on fire, then put some goddamn hazard protection on. Yes, you have to sacrifice things, but that is the way that you need to counter it. Unfortunately. But I really, on the other hand, I don't feel sorry for that either. Because if we, to the flip side of things, as like a high DPS guy, can melt you in a couple shots if you don't have anything. It works both ways. I know somebody tried to justify this not long ago in the chat. They tried to justify the difference between the skills and the DPS. The DPS is way higher than skill as far as damage goes. Because they were talking about how, you know, fire and stuff was really strong. Well, that's the thing. Yeah. No, I know what you mean. It drives me nuts, though. We had a conversation that took, like, I think I had 123 chat messages. When I looked at my stream at the end of the stream, I had so many messages in the chat. And it was all to do with this, what I was just talking about, like the skills being overpowered versus DPS. And I'm like, that's not true. That is so not true. No. I can put a DPS build on right now and do like 20 million damage with my Kingbreaker. Okay. With my Kingbreaker. and you're going to tell me that your skill damage is going to do just as much? I don't think so. You might do a lot, but you're not doing that much. Unless you're amplifying it with like somehow amplifying it with some really good glass cannon. But then you're putting yourself at risk, right? You're going to do 50% more. You're going to take 50% more damage. So, again, I laugh when I hear that because it's like, no. I can put a DPS build on and show you the difference between skill and damage. I can put hybrid ones on that are blue that are still going to hit like a dump truck. I have a blue striker build that does more damage than a skill build ever thought of doing. You know what I mean? Like, so when I heard that, it was like, okay, I gotta say something. You know, I gotta say something because, yeah. I don't hear it very often. There's very few people. It's a minority of people that are doing this, that are bitching about the skills. Skills are there, just like the DPS is in the game, right? They're there to be used. And if you don't like it, then maybe you shouldn't go in the dark zone. Or maybe you shouldn't go to conflict. Or maybe you just need to make a better build. Let's be honest. Now, the biggest thing of this conversation that I was going to say is the oh my god, I've got to put on so much hazard protection and I got to sacrifice so much stuff just to be able to nullify that. Again, you don't really need any hazard protection. You can just shoot the person from a distance and stay away from them if you know they're running it. I've used a sniper build on those kind of shit. I've one-shotted those guys because they're running glass cannon. 9 times out of 10, those skill builds that are doing massive amounts of damage are running glass cannon. Just shoot the motherfucker. He'll die, don't worry. He's probably got 726,000 armor. He'll die. Very fast. But yeah, I hear that all the time. It's not, like I said, it's a minority of people. It's not majority. Because majority of people know that you can, everything has a weakness. How many do I just want to see how many points I have over here. So I only have 519, so I'll save those up for a bit.
Agent requesting backup.
I've got to get rid of some stuff. Yeah, I think later on tonight, like tonight, before I get on, I think I'm going to just take a couple of minutes, or probably like 20-30 minutes, and I'm going to just go through all my gear on my characters, and I'm going to start emptying out stuff. So I can start putting some of these things together. I'm going to actually save this. I'm going to actually save it right here. I'm going to save that build because I like it. It's very efficient. But yeah, I'm going to go through my gear. Obviously this won't be till like way later because I have to go to work at like 2. I haven't been to work in 3 weeks because I've been sick. I just got better. I've been getting messages out the galore. Are you coming in this weekend? Yep, I'm coming in. I'm better now. However, that being said, the reason why I got sick in the first place was because of work, because somebody came into work sick. And I didn't know they were sick because they were trying to hide it. And they had been around me. And then by the time I realized they were sick, it was a little too late. So, yeah. And then I was sick for almost 3, well, I haven't been to work. This will be week 4 that I'm just going to go to work now. So 3 weeks I was off. First it started off as it started off as a flu, then a very bad cold, and then I don't know what the fuck was going on. Then I was having other issues. And it just wouldn't go away. And now I'm better, so if I go to work and if I even hear somebody cough, I'm going to punch them in the face. I'm not even kidding, because I am done with that shit. People don't give a shit anymore. They just go to work sick, and then they infect everybody else, and then they wonder why 5 people are down. Oh, look at that. 5 people can't work because they're sick now, because some dumbass decided, hey, I gotta go to work. I'm sick. I can't afford to be off. Well, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to afford to be off, because, or wear a fucking mask. Wash your goddamn hands. Don't be a pig. I'm a chef, sorry, so I can say this, because I've seen this. I've seen this live. I've seen people walk out of the bathrooms and say they washed their hands, and I know for a fact if I took a black light to their hand, they didn't wash their hands. Drives me nuts. I've heard every excuse. I've seen a lot of stuff. The stuff I've seen would just turn your head. I have so many things I could talk about. But yeah, I've seen some pretty fucked up shit. But yeah, the biggest thing, especially in food, you definitely don't want to be going to work sick. Because number one, if the health inspector decided that they were going to come, they're going to shut your ass down immediately. If anybody's sick, it's an immediate shutdown. And it's not just one day. It's going to be like a while. And then whoever came into work sick is going to get a fine. The owner is going to get raked under the coals and get a big, big, big fine for letting it happen. So is it really worth being retarded? No. It's not. But I like I say every time, you can't fix stupid, and you cannot quarantine it either. So don't even try, because it's not going to work. Alright, I am going to get off and get some lunch, and then I'm going to get ready for work, and I'm going to try not to get in shit. Hopefully I'm not walking into any surprises today at work. But if you guys would mind smashing that like button, subscribing, that'd be great. It would really help this channel out. I'm really going to start doubling down on stuff, so I'd really appreciate the support. I work my ass off, so I wouldn't mind. Alright guys, I will be back later. I am going to make some build videos. I am working on those. I've been sick, so don't worry. Alright guys, take care.